Hi, this is Jeffrey Kerr Financial Group. Today's Monday, April 15, 2024. It's tax day. So if you're not going on extension, it's the last day to file and pay taxes. And it is associated with a lot of unpleasant and anger and like that. But paying your taxes is minor compared to a couple other historic tragedies that happened on April 15. Number one, 1865, President Abraham Lincoln shot and assassinated, dies on the 15th. Interesting, I don't know whether a lot know that it was only 5 days prior to his assassination that General Lee surrendered the last of the Confederate Army at Appomattox to General Grant, and that so Lincoln never really saw the rebuilding and reunification of the U.S., which is certainly bumpy and like that, but he never saw any of that. Second tragedy, 1912, the Titanic strikes an iceberg, and we know that the loss of life and the tragedy around that. So paying taxes, being that is minor when put in the context of those two tragedies. Looking for the stock market has also been some damage here too, in both in the stock and bond market. April has been a down month for stocks, really the bond market all year long with higher interest rates and lower bond prices. And this is contrary to what was expected and what's been forecast. That we're going to end up with a lot of lower interest rates via the Federal Reserve. And with last week's news, this may be getting pushed out further and further, and maybe a lot less number of cuts as well. Within the stock market, this may be impacting it, or maybe, as I said last week, maybe just a correction. But in April, it was a soft week last week for all of the indexes. In April, the Dow's down 4.5%, and the Russell's down 5.7% so far in April. So we have to see, if this sell-off continues. At the minimum, there seems to be a change of leadership, away from maybe the momentum stocks and the Magnificent Seven. Right now, the energy stocks, precious metal stocks, gold and silver miners, and some of the industrials and commodity-based stocks have been leading the way. So we'll see if that continues. At a minimum, if the market does stabilize, I believe there will be new leadership in the next leg up, but we'll see how that works. Not much news going on this week. Powell does speak tomorrow, so that could be very newsworthy. And then also the beginning of Q1 earnings. So report back in the middle of the week. Thank you for listening. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you then. Thank you again. Goodbye.